The old man merely sank a billiard ball with an organ pattern into the pocket, and a strange sensation instantly shot through the man's stomach. Before he could even figure out what was going on, the old man proceeded to sink balls representing the lungs and the eyes. As expected, the man's vision instantly blurred. He looked on in disbelief, but then the old man scored a 2-in-1 shot, sinking 2 balls at once into the holes. Immediately, the man clutched his mouth and ears in pain. Staring at the ball with the heart pattern on the table, the man fearfully covered his chest. Yet the old man casually sipped his drink, stating he wouldn't go easy in this match. He chalked his cue on the table, then focused completely and took his next shot. Watching the cue ball fly into the air and strike its target, the man screamed in terror, begging him to stop. And surprisingly, the ball veered off course. During the break, he remembered the rules the bartender had mentioned. The patterns on the balls were linked in real time to the organs inside their bodies. What puzzled him, though, was that the old man never seemed to show any sign of pain. Based on the experience so far, the man believed that sinking the ball representing the opponent's brain would secure victory. So he mapped out the shot trajectory in his mind, then struck the cue ball forcefully. It followed the planned path, hit the cushion, and after the rebound, successfully struck the heart pattern ball. But unexpectedly, the heart ball still missed the pocket. The man felt utterly hopeless. What was worse, the cue ball now rested in a perfect position for the old man. He desperately pleaded with the old man to spare him. He didn't want to die. But the old man seemed indifferent, saying there was no rule that losing meant death. The man quickly asked the bartender about the consequence of losing, but the bartender only said he hoped they would compete with their lives on the line. He couldn't reveal anything else. Furious, the man felt their skills were clearly not on the same level. Yet while he was raging, the old man had already taken his final shot. The man tried to rush over, but it was too late. At that moment, a fragment of his memory resurfaced. The first time he cheated, and the first time he met his girlfriend. Returning to reality, he angrily grabbed a cue and charged at the old man. But surprisingly, not only had he lost at billiards, he couldn't even win in a fistfight. However, right then, the old man suddenly remembered something. A fighter jet streaked overhead, dropping countless bombs. Then came scenes from his childhood. Later, he grew up, learned swordsmanship, and even won a billiards championship. Afterward, he raised a hand to shield his eyes from the glaring sunlight and realized he had already reached old age. The next second, he was back in the present. The man had launched another attack at him. Using the swordsmanship skills he had just remembered, the old man easily snapped the man's cue. But the next moment, the man grabbed his body and slammed him into the aquarium behind them. As the glass shattered, water poured out instantly. Seeing the old man lying motionless on the ground, the man suddenly felt scared. But the bartender reminded him the match wasn't over yet, and since the rules didn't forbid fighting, he hadn't violated them. So the man quickly calmed himself and proceeded to sink the remaining balls. In the end, he won the match. The old man then got to his feet. He expressed his gratitude to the man, saying it had been a long time since he'd moved his body like that, and after being hit by the man, he finally remembered that he had actually already died from illness. Hearing this, the man also finally recalled that he seemed to have died as well.